Hey everyone, I hope you are keeping safe and looking after yourselves. What a crazy week has been. It's crazy. I'm funny. It's incredible. Every time that I think it can't get any more crazy, our situation, it seems to get a bit crazier, and new rules are introduced and new laws are passed. And guys, in the midst of all this craziness, I spent a lot of time reflecting, and a lot of stuff's been different in life. I don't know about you, but for me, the way I do life has changed. Church has changed. I do not no longer have the same routines as I had before. Even the fact that the kids are at home and the way that I do stuff, the way that I work has changed completely. And me and my wife are having to rotate who uses the laptop for our jobs because we're both working from the same room now. And in the midst of all this, I spent a lot of time reflecting. And the verse that keeps coming to my head is 1 Corinthians 13:13. Now, most of you, if you've been a Christian for a while, you will know this verse. And it says this, and now these three things remain: faith, hope, and love. And the greatest of these is love. And never has a verse been more appropriate for the time that we're in today as a church. One of my favorite theologians, Gordon Fee, he says this about this verse. It says, these words embrace the whole Christian existence. And never has a theologian been so true in his words. The last few weeks, I've just seen faith, hope, and love raise in my life. A couple of weeks ago when this COVID-19 situation, pandemic hit, I was a little bit nervous, if I'm honest. My first nerves were for those that I love and thinking, well, will those who are going to potentially suffer worse out of this illness, are they going to be okay? What happens if they die? Those questions come to your head. Then the questions went a bit further in my head. I'm thinking, well, what happens if I get sick? What happens if me and Amy get sick at the same time? Who will look after the kids? Questions go through your head. And the questions go over and over again. What happens with church? Will we have a church when we finish all of this? Will people want to listen to me on Facebook? Thank goodness you're listening to me now. That's come true. But as the week's gone on, I've found that I'm depending more and more on God. And I've had to lean more and more on God and spend more time with Him. And as I've done that, He's helped my faith to grow. My faith in Him now is stronger than I believe it's ever been in my life before. And the more times I spend with Him, the stronger He's making my faith. And I've got this great assurance that no matter what happens, He's walking alongside me. It's not blind faith. It's that experience of Him that I'm having at the moment. And then hope. I feel a bit strange talking about hope in the midst of a crisis. But I've got this amazing hope that in the midst of something awful that's going on in the world at the moment, that God is going to do something great. That God is going to change lives. That God's going to bring something great out of something that was meant for bad. I love hope that if anyone I know who knows Jesus Christ and has a relationship with Him dies, they're going to go to heaven. And guys, for the first time really, I've thought about my own mortality properly. And I've got this amazing hope that if anything happened to me, I'll be with Jesus. I know all about the theory. I've preached it so many times, but the reality now is becoming so true in my life. And the hope of my relationship with Jesus and what it means is getting so much stronger. And I just want to pause for a minute there and say, if you do not know Jesus, you do not know Him as your friend, you don't have a relationship with Him, guys, that same hope is available to you today. The same hope is available for anybody. And finally, love. Guys, I've seen more love in the last few days than I've seen for years. I've seen love when people have gone on the streets and have gone out the front doors even and clapped for the NHS just to say thank you. The noise across our state was absolutely incredible. We saw love when Matt Hancock, the health secretary, asked for 250,000 people to go and volunteer to help the NHS and help out those in need. And then over 500,000 people applied to help within 24 hours. They were inundated. We've seen love by people in our estate, on our Facebook group for the estate, just volunteering to help each other. It's been incredible. It's been great to see love amongst Christians, supporting each other and encouraging each other and connecting with each other. It's been absolutely great. Love between us seems to have grown in our community. And it's been brilliant to see. And those three things have remained when everything else has changed. Those three things have remained. And I want to encourage you that as we go on the next part of this journey through the COVID-19 pandemic, to pray that God helps your faith, your hope, and your love to grow even more. That you will come out the other end of this knowing that your relationship with God has strengthened, and knowing that this verse is so true in your lives, that when everything else is taken away, your faith, your hope, and your love remains. And my prayer for you is that you do grow in your relationship with Christ, that the faith, hope, and love grow stronger and stronger as you seek him, as we journey together. And I want to encourage you later on, we're going to pray into this. We're going to talk about some other stuff and just share together as a church, share communion together, and just spend some time together online on our Zoom group later on. So the link hopefully should appear below. I'd encourage you to check it out, 5:30 this evening. Connect in with us. It'll be brilliant. And also want to encourage you, I'm going to put some links below again. Make sure you check it out. Feel like a TV presenter here. Some Bible verses, some other Bible verses that talk about faith, hope, and love. Spend some time reading them. Spend some time praying into them. And also some music as well. We're going to put some YouTube links on there as well. And just spend some time listening to them. Worshiping God today. And guys, hopefully connect later on. But I encourage you, I'm praying that throughout the next week and beyond, that your faith, your hope, and your love grow stronger and stronger. Have a great day.